Hello, boys and girls. Let's do some math. Now, to get started with today, make sure we put on our thinking caps because we have some more challenges ahead of us. And we need to have our full brain power with us. All right, so we now have our thinking caps. We are ready to go. I want to start off by showing a different way of writing fact families. All right, different way of writing fact families. It goes like this. I can have 11 and 7 and 4. Right? Maybe you've seen this, maybe not. So this shows a fact family and it's related, right? Sometimes people will call this part, whole. That means this part and this part together make this whole. So you add these two numbers together and you get that number, right? 7 plus 4 is 11. 4 plus 7 is 11. But this also helps with subtraction. Watch this. You take the whole, you take away one part, you're left with the other part. 11 minus 4 is 7. Or you can start with 11 minus 7 is 4. That gives our all four of our math sentences that we've been coming up with, a 2 addition, 2 subtraction. See this? 7 plus 4 is 11. 4 plus 7 is 11. There's your 2 addition sentences. And 11 minus 7 is 4. And 11 minus 4 is 7. So we have our 2 subtraction sentences, just like that. Now, this is going to help us out today, remembering this, because we are going to use addition to check our subtraction. Yeah, that's right. This is going to be a bit of a challenge, okay? And if it's confusing at first, I understand. All right, this is not the easiest thing to learn. So we're going to go slow. We're going to do our very best, and we're going to figure this out. Hey, Mr. T, Mr. Fox, how's it going? Okay, I just don't quite understand what you said. What part? You're going to use addition to help with subtraction? Yeah, earlier in the year, we figured out that we could use subtraction or addition to help us solve subtraction, right? We're going to do something very similar to that. We're just going to check our work. When we go back after you've done something, you double check to make sure you've done everything right. Oh, okay, that's all right. Well, mind if I have a seat and learn with the boys and girls? No, go right ahead. Go on over there. Okay, I'm just gonna have a seat real quick. Here I go. All right, and there he goes. Oop, don't step on anybody's toes. All right, he's all right. All right, let's take a look at our first problem here. First, we're gonna do 13 minus 7. So we have 13 minus 7. Now, we can do this a number of different ways, right? We can do it a couple different ways. What I'm going to do is use dots. So I need to draw 13 dots. So I have my groups of 5, and then plus 3 is 13. And now I don't add any more dots because it's subtraction. And how many am I going to subtract? 7. So let's take 7 of these dots. So 2 from here, 5 from here. Cross those out. And now I count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. All right, now it's time to move on. Not today, though. Not today. So we found our fact family here. 13 minus 7 is 6, right? We want to double check and make sure that it's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two parts and add them together. So these two numbers down below, 6 and 7, the two smaller numbers, I'm going to take those two and add them together. I'm going to add them together to get hopefully 13. If I get 13, then I've done my subtraction correctly. So I'm going to take this 6, I'm going to put it up on the top. This is going to be addition. I'm adding them together. Add plus, and here's that 7. So hopefully when I add these up, I get 13. 6 plus 7. All right, we'd use dots here. Should we use dots again? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's add it up. Here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I get the same number there? I did. I did my subtraction correctly here. Did it correctly here, all right? So we're going to do some problems today. In fact, that problem we just did, 13 minus 7 is 6. This is actually number 1 on page 198. So we did our first problem together. So you're going to practice doing your subtraction problems, and then you're going to check it with addition. Let's do one more example so that we are a little bit more clear on this, all right, before we dive in. This one is 11 minus 4. 11 minus 4. So let's take our 11 dots. And remember, you can use whatever strategy works best for you. I'm just using dots today. 11, and we're not going to add more because it's a subtraction, so we're taking away 4 of them. So I'll take away, how about these 4? That looks good. And we're left with 5, 6, 7. 11 minus 4 is 7. Okay, step 1 is done. Step 2 is now we add these two numbers down below, add them together, and see if we get 11. If we get 11, we've done our subtraction correctly. All right. If we don't get 11, then we have to go back and figure out what we did wrong. All right. Figure out what we did wrong. But let's give it a shot. So I'm going to take my 7, put it here up top, bring my 4 over. 7 plus 4. So let's do our dots. 6, 7, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's add them up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did we get the same answer? Did we get 11? Yes, we did. And there's 11, there's 11. And you see how this relates to what we've been doing with our fact families? Because look at, we have 11, we have 11, we have 4, we have 4, we have 7, we have 7. So we're using our fact families, right? There's another way of looking at it, right? It all kind of comes together, okay? All right, boys and girls, we are going to do our best with this. I'm going to have you guys work in your workbook on page 198. I'm going to have you do pages or numbers 1 through 4. Is that 40? 1 through 4. We already did number 1, so if hopefully you were paying close attention to that. If not, you go ahead and figure it out. There it is. There's 13 minus 7. Find the answer. When you have that answer, you put it up here, you add it to 7, and hopefully you get 13. So on page 198, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on page 199, do 5 and 6. And number 7, this is a bit of a challenge. It's got our special guy over here in the orange. That means that it's a little bit more challenging. But you can do it. Some sand dollars are broken. 5 sand dollars are not broken. Write number sentences about the sand dollars. Brianna has 13 sand dollars. Some are broken, 5 are not. Can you come up with some number sentences for that? All right. And this one, don't worry about today. Okay. So we're just doing 1 through 7 on pages 198 and 199. And we'll practice with our 1-minute math again today. Boys and girls, have fun with this math. Make sure you have your thinking cap on because it is challenging, but you can do it. We'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.